morning guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video it's just going to be a little day in the life vlog style. I have a few plant chores to do, I have a bit of work to do, so I thought I would film a video. So I have some planty chores to do. So I've got a few plants that are pretty thirsty. I have some sort of general maintenance on plants to do. I have a few orders to pack and get ready. So yeah, let's just jump straight into the video. If you guys like this kind of content, if you guys like a more relaxed vloggy style, let me know in the comment box below if you do like this sort of content, and give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down depending if you like it or not. So yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so I've just got my laptop here and I am just doing some computer work. I've got my coffee. This is the first good coffee I've had since we left. Yeah. I think I'm so used to our homemade coffee that now when I buy a coffee I'm kind of like... Anyway, so what I'm doing is I have just uploaded a little video to one of my products on the website, so the fern fibre poles. I made a reel on my Instagram on how you extend a fern fibre pole, and I thought that would be quite a little useful video to put on my website in case people want to know how to extend their fern fibre poles. So I am just writing up a little step-by-step instruction to go with the video, and I'll pop that on my website, and then I think I'll do the planty chores first and then I will start packing orders. So I'll just get this done and then we can do some planty goodness. Okay, so I have my beautiful Hoya pubicalyx here. I have this guy growing in pond and he is super thirsty, like the reservoir is empty. So I need to rinse that out and fill that back up. But look at his beautiful root system. So I have this in a 11 centimeter clear mesh pot, which I have on my website. I find these are really good for epiphytic plants like anthurium, Hoya, orchids, and also you can use it for different substrates. On this one I've got pond, but I have used it for like soil, fern fiber, all the good stuff. But yeah, look at those roots. Such a cool way to grow, and this plant is so healthy. This plant was actually really massive, and I just cut it right back, and when I transitioned it into pon, I actually like it small and compact like this, so I'm probably just going to keep trimming it back and just keep it at this manageable size. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a flush, so basically just run it under the tap, let it all flush out. Then I'm going to wash this out and top it back up, and I'm also going to add some nutrients into that as well. If you're wondering where I got these little catch pots from, they're just from Bunnings. They were like 90 cents or something. Just plastic little pot. Very handy as a cash pot or catch pot if you are going semi-hydro. This is a nutrient I'm going to be using. It is a foliage focus from Growth Technology, and you can use this with all media types, which I really love. So I've used it for water plants, soil plants, fern fiber, semi-hydro, so in pon, and I use it, so it's got all the dilution rates here. I just do a weak solution, so I'm going to do about 2 mils into the amount of water that I have in here. Give it a bit of a mix. This beautiful Hoya is going to go back in to here, and it is going to drink up all those beautiful nutrients and keep growing lush and strong. So the thing I like about the Foliage Pro is it's specifically designed for plants where foliage is the main feature, and for me personally, I grow Hoya for their foliage, not so much their blooms. They do have a complete focus, which I also have on my website, which promotes both foliage and blooming. But yeah, you can intermix the two, but I just like to use that one because it's super easy and I can use it for all my plants. But yeah, that is this beauty, all watered, ready to keep growing. I love this plant so much. This is a Stapelia, I think. Stapelia, yeah. And I actually got this at the thrift store. It has these wicked blooms. It has a few coming in now, and it bloomed for such a long period of time. And I can see it has quite a few new little spots that it's going to bloom from. But it's such a funky little, I don't know, is it a cacti? Succulent? But I can tell when it needs water because these get really soft. And very pliable, but when they're full of water they're nice and rigid and firm. But yeah, I'm going to give this guy a water with the Foliage Pro as well, give him a little feed, and I'm probably going to repot it in spring as well because it's still in the pot that it came from, and I can see there's a whole lot of roots at the bottom. So yeah, I'm going to repot this guy in spring, but for now I'm just going to give it a water and a feed. I thought I would show you this little pot I made. This is just a real cheapy pot from Kmart. I think it was like $3. It was the one that has the little like ribs all around it. And I went through this phase of DIYing pots, so I had these little dowels and I just glued them all to the side, finished it with some twine, and it's like a little plant stand, and that is what my little Stapelia lives in for now. Like that, and I just think it looks really cute. It just elevates a normal plain white pot, and it sort of ties into my aesthetic a bit more, which is sort of like bohemian, natural kind of vibes. But yeah, I just thought I would show you that little DIY upcycle to turn a little Kmart pot into something a bit more elevated and stylish, and I really like it. I was just about to water this little aloe, which again is a super cute little plant that I love for its texture that I have on the windowsill. And it came out of its pot, but look at those roots. Damn! I love a good root system, and I'm so happy that this plant is healthy. So I'm going to give it a water because the soil is bone dry. But yeah, super stoked with those roots. Okay, this is a little bit of a segue, but I kind of want to show you some plants that I'm loving right now and that are thriving right now and that have new leaves. So yeah, let's just do a quick little show and tell. So this is my philodendron Cream Splash / Philodendron Rio. That's what I originally bought it as, but I don't really care what it is. I just love the shape of the leaves. I love the variegation on it. But yeah, this girl is thriving ever since I gave it a little plant support. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this plant is growing. There's 2 little plants in here and they are both doing super well. Another plant which I find is super underrated is a Philodendron Jungle Boogie or Philodendron Narrow Form. I really love this plant. It adds great structure, great visual interest with the little frilly leaves, and I just think it's a real statement plant. But this guy has a new leaf. Yeah, I just really like it. I think it's such a cool looking plant. And actually looks like it might need some water. So I might add that to my watering list. But yeah, Philodendron Narrow Form or Philodendron Jungle Boogie. Next on my favourites list at the moment is my Monstera Esqueleto. That's how you pronounce it. It has a new leaf and I am super excited about this. I absolutely love any plant that is fenestrated. I just think they look really, really cool. So yeah, I'm really loving this plant. Can't wait to see the size of this leaf once it unfurls. But yeah, just love it, love it, love it, love it. Another plant which I'm super excited about at the moment is my Monstera Elbow. Like, look at her, she's just glorious. And she has a new leaf on the way, if you can see it here. Which she hasn't given me a new leaf in a couple of months, so I'm really, really excited. I love this plant so much. I can't wait for it to keep growing. And I actually really like how sort of compact it's growing and how small the leaves are. It keeps it manageable in the house. So yeah, love, love, love this plant. I can't wait to watch it grow. Another plant on the variegated Monstera train is my massive Thai constellation, which I am so happy about, but if it'll focus, she has a new leaf and it looks super beautiful and I love it very much. This is one of my favorite plants, but like, if you can see the difference on how this one is growing compared to my variegated Monstera, this guy takes up a lot of room, but totally worth it. Absolutely stunning, and I love its new leaf. Okay, I think that's all I want to show you for now. There is a lot more new growth, which is super exciting, but I know what I'll do. I'll give you an update on my Philodendron Mame that I repotted. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it down below, but I repotted 2 Philodendron Mame plants into this long planter. And I have, so that's a new leaf, and I have 2 other new leaves in here. So this guy is pumping out new leaves left, right and center. I have chopped quite a few of these back leaves off, just because they were so tall and lanky, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this one's growing and I think it looks super beautiful. I think I'm going to make this plant my office plant, so when I move into my office, I think this guy is going to come and live out there. Yeah, I think so. I'm sorry, I could talk about plants all day. I love them, okay? That's why I have a plant channel, because I'm obsessed. I was looking after a Philodendron Ilsamanii, variegated one for my brother, and I took some cuttings of it, I propagated it. 2 of the cuttings reverted to just straight green and they got thrips, so they were looking all nasty, so I put them in the compost bin because I didn't want to deal with that. They had reverted anyway. But I was actually looking through the compost bin a few weeks ago and I saw there was a few nodes at the bottom, so I was like, why don't I just cut the nodes off and try and propagate them, see what comes from it. If they turn out green, well, that's great, but if they variegate again, that'd be awesome. This one has rooted, and would you look at that new leaf? It is super variegated, so I am so excited. I can't wait to see how this one grows. Yeah, so like never give up on a plant like I did. Well, I didn't give up because I'm trying again. I do have another node as well, but that's not doing anything yet, but this one rooted and has grown a new leaf. So yeah, I'm super excited. I can't wait to see it grow. Okay, we are in my office now and I'm going to do some work. I have a whole stack of orders here to go through, and I also, exciting news, I have my first wholesale order for Mitre 10 in Whangarei. So if you're in Whangarei and you want to grab some of my products, you can now get a select few at Mitre 10, which is super exciting. I think the first order they've placed is just an order to get the items in and see what they're like. So they're getting some 17 centimeter, 7 centimeter and 12 centimeter clear pots. They're getting some plant clips and some fern fiber. So yeah, that's really exciting. So I've got that to get ready and I'm going to deliver that this afternoon. But you can't see the ground around me, but I am literally standing on the only bit of blank ground. I have boxes everywhere, I've got fern fiber, I've got deliveries. So I'm going to try and do a bit of a tidy up before I actually can get any work done. So I've got my little man in here sitting on a seat doing some drawing. So again, if you hear him, he is here with me. But yeah, I think I'm going to do a little tidy up before I actually get started. I have been hunting high and low for a soil scoop. So I have these coming. They're just a little black soil scoop. I've kept one for myself and I actually used it when I was potting up a few days ago, and they are so handy. They're like the perfect size for potting up your houseplants. Really sturdy too, like nice solid plastic. Is it gonna focus? Mom. So yeah, these are coming soon, but as I say, they'll probably already be on the website by the time this video comes out. And I also have in some soil pins, which look a bit like this. So I have actually had quite a few people asking me for these little soil pins, so now I have them in. They're going to be sold in packs. I'm still yet to work out all the pricing and the pack sizes and stuff, but essentially these are for like when you are potting up a plant and you are wrapping its vines, or when you're wrapping its vines around the top of the soil, you just use these to pin the vine down into the soil so it makes contact with the soil, and then that promotes the nodes to root into the soil. And I've also actually found a really cool way to use these when you use like grow poles. So you have your plant climbing up the pole and you can just push these into the substrate in the pole, and it helps hold the plant against the poles. So like moss poles, and then like our grow poles, which are filled with like fern fiber or moss. These don't really work on the solid fern fiber poles because it'd be a bit hard to push these into that, but anything that is like a pole which is filled with a substrate, these are really good for. So that's another little hack that you can use those for. I think that is all I have to show you. So I'm probably gonna finish the video here. I'm not gonna film me packing orders because you have seen it before and you know the drill. But yeah, I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching this little vlog. If this is your kind of thing, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I will be doing these a little bit more for you as well. Let me know what sort of content you guys want to see from me, because I do love to hear feedback and I love making videos. So I want to make videos that you guys obviously want to watch. And yeah, I guess I will see you in my next video. Bye! I love this plant so much. This is a blah, 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 blah. Yeah, just leave a comment below. Just leave a comment, but